And we are live. Boys, tonight we got NFL football. NFL football. When was the last time? That was a long time ago we were able to say it. The money
Yeah.
man, there he is, Carson Shear. How are you, my friend?
What's up, guys? How we doing? Always a pleasure. Like Kurt said, it's a great time to be a football fan. You got the GOAT in action taking on the Cowboys, and you got week one right ahead on Sunday. So I'm ready to talk football, and I'm ready to talk about it on the greatest sports talk show in the world, K&K Sports. Let's go.
Let's go. Hey, but wait a minute, Carson. John Elway's not playing tonight. You said
There you
you
go.
said the GOAT, didn't you?
he's definitely up there. He's one of the GOATs. But
All right, here we go. Our guy Ricky.
Tom Brady is the GOAT, that's for sure.
Our guy Ricky is saying can't wait for the game. Hello, Ricky. How are you? Good evening,
Ricky,
gentlemen, from our
hi.
great friend Paul Rosen, boys. And
Paul was with
man.
us yesterday. Good
That
job.
was a great show last night with him.
and Ricky saying can't wait for K&K to be on Saturday. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go on with a little Ricky on Saturday. Do a little football talk. I don't know what he's gonna have me talking about. Some picks, or I know he's gonna be talking Broncos, but we'll be doing something there. Henry Zimenoff, our great friend. So weak points to both Dallas and Tampa Bay could be evaluated to the best details possible before tonight's NFL opener. We're going to get in that game in a second, Henry, and I'm going to be honest.
I want to get into something, though, Kurt, on a more serious note before we continue the show. Paul was with us yesterday, and he brought up a good point to me just a little while ago, especially Carson, for me, Sis, and Kurt, but everybody in the United States.
Yeah.
Sunday's 9/11, and it's the 20-year anniversary of 9/11. And may we just have a little moment of silence for those who perished in 9/11, and thoughts and prayers. I hope the NFL does a little moment of silence on Sunday for them. So, yeah, if we just don't mind, let's have a moment of silence for them real quick. Thank you, everybody.
That was very good, Kenny. Actually, Saturday,
Thank you, Paul, for reminding
Yeah.
Kurt, myself, and Sis about yesterday. We didn't do it yesterday. Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah, Kenny, Henry's actually, because I was going to say that Henry's saying it's Saturday is actually 9/11. Saturday is 9/11.
Saturday's 9/11. My mistake.
Yeah,
Just-
so, but again, hopefully
Broncos and Giants was actually the game
Monday night.
right after 9/11.
Wow.
No, it was the game, but it was the night before 9/11.
It was before 9/11.
It was
yeah.
the night. It was the night of that happened on a Tuesday, and that was the Monday night game. I remember that.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
That's crazy.
The
So-
Mets played that next night, didn't they?
No, I think the Mets played. That was the whole Piazza home run. I want to say that was the first sports game back, and I don't know if that was the weekend, maybe Friday, or I don't,
Okay.
but it was. I just remember watching it, and there was a story on it, and it was crazy how like that
Yep.
Piazza home run lifted New York.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah.
Yep.
But,
Yep.
That's
So how are
crazy.
you, Mr. Sis, tonight? You're all decked out in red.
Ready to roll, buddy.
Nice shirt, DMK apparel, and Mr. Kirkpatrick. How are you,
My
my
boys
friend?
have an easy one this week, but we'll see.
I'm not doing as good in college football as Mr. Sis is right now, but other than that, I'm doing pretty well, I got to say. Ready to get week 2 underway with college, and of course, NFL is back, like you all said.
Lynn Marie is saying, "Good evening, Roll Tide."
There's my girl.
I guess she's Sis is
she's a
brainwashing
big-
Lynn Marie. I see saying "Roll Tide."
No,
Oh,
she's
yeah.
a big. Listen to me. She's a big Eagle fan. So me and her be throwing hands in a couple of weeks.
Ricky saying
Nice
you
girl,
guys
though.
are in for a treat this weekend, and Paul Rosen is saying thank you guys for the moment of silence. Thank you, Paul, for getting that to us and make sure we're doing that. So thank you, Paul. Very important.
Absolutely.
All right, so you want to start with, you know what? Do we have records from last week, Kenny?
I got our records from last week, and I got a little added bonus. Okay. First our records, and then I got some of our highlights from last week when we picked some of our highs and lows.
Kenny, real quick, I don't want to interrupt you, but I want to get this one comment in that Paul just said. It was on September 21st that Piazza hit the home run. My son and I attended that game. It was the first sporting event back in New York. And
There you go.
Wow.
Amari's saying, "What's up, fellas? What's up, Amari?" Amari came on.
What's up, Amari?
last night.
He was great.
What's up,
Great
brother?
guest last night. Great times. All right, so here's our records. Nothing to write home about. We all got some homework to do. Some of us a lot more homework than others. But Mr. Siciliano's leading the way at 9-6. Mr. Valenti, Mr. Carson, and Mr. Joey Clams, who's not with us, but you have his picks.
Yes.
7-8. And I was a dreadful 6-9 last week. So
Woo!
pressure's on. Pressure's
All I can say
Here
is
we go. Here's a little added
all I can
bonus.
say is don't ever go against the kid. But go ahead.
Here's our hits. Here's our hits from last week. Joey Clams. UCF will win, but watch Boise at the backdoor cover. Bang, that happened.
Wow.
Mr. Valenti doesn't trust UNC on the road. He was the only one who took North Carolina. Myself, Northwestern will be the disappointment in the Big Ten. They rebuild, not reload. Carson's Michigan State took care of Northwestern. Carson, Oklahoma gives up too many points. Tulane covers spread.
There you go.
Artie joins from Intercept Your Lunch. Penn State, straight up money line.
He was
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, you call that.
That was a good call.
Myself, Rutgers is going to make a statement. How much did they put up on Temple?
62?
60,
Yeah.
62,
60,
yeah.
something like 60.
Tissel loved this comment Carson made. Alabama by 1 million. Max Tapiero, our good buddy at Rocky Mountain Sports. Iowa in a slobber knocker. Kurt came back with Texas. Sarkeesian opening day. Texas, too physical for the Cajuns. What else we got here? Joey Clams. Akron won't compete with
Auburn.
Auburn. 44-0 was his prediction.
Yeah, that was a joke.
60 to
That was
10.
a joke.
Carson. No Trevor Lawrence in Clemson. He's going straight up Georgia. Kurt,
Smart.
UCLA. Sis, UCLA. Lock. Joey Clams. I'm going to be he's going to be I can't even read my handwriting here. I'm going to be a sucker and take Notre Dame. Well, he was a sucker there. He took Notre Dame. Sis, no interest in Notre Dame. And myself, Notre Dame escapes a big scare. FSU is going to be back on the map. Those are some of our highlights from week one.
That was good, Kenny. I like that. That was good.
I'll do that
That
each
was
week.
fun.
That was a little surprise for you guys, but I'll do that each week.
That
Our
was
I like
highlights of the week. Our highlights of the week.
Nice.
Okay.
So yeah, our records again: Sis 9-6 in the lead, three-way tie for second. Carson, Kurt, Joey Clam 7-8, and I'm 6-9.
Okay.
All right.
You're up, Mr.
Come and
Blunt.
get the kid. Come
All
and
right,
get
here
the
we
kid.
go. Let's start right out of the gate. I'll tell you, the college football games this week, there's a couple good ones, but not like, oh my God, every window
Yeah.
is a great game, So
No,
I'll
no,
start
I
right
agree.
out of the gate, 12 o'clock. I'm not going to pick, I think it's Alabama versus Mercer. I mean, those poor kids, they
that's
should
stupid.
have a week, 3 months off of school from what's going to happen to them on
Right,
Saturday.
Right. Yeah, that's silly.
But, all right, so let's start 12 o'clock. Oregon at Ohio State. It is a 14.5-point spread, Ohio State. Carson, you're a Big Ten guy. Does Ohio State cover the 14.5?
Yeah, I picked Minnesota to beat them last week, and we saw what happened. I mean, Minnesota held their ground, but Ohio State kind of pulled away. Nobody really knew what freshman starter was going to do at Ohio State, and he had a really good game. Ohio State at home, though, man, they're coming back. Oregon barely got past Fresno State, 31-24 last week. I think Ohio State covers the spread here. The best team in the Big Ten for a reason, and I think they're gonna take down Oregon. No problem.
Sis.
Money line, Ohio State.
But if you got to do a spread,
I would lay the points.
all right. See, I'll go next. I'm with you, sis. I love the money line with Ohio State. 14.5 points. That's a lot of points. Oregon does score. They do go up tempo. But so I'm gonna go against Carson and you with the points. But I agree with you, sis. I would money line it. That's what I like too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Kenny.
Yep.
Starting off going with you, Kurt. I like the points here, 14.5. I think teams were napping in week 1, and I think Oregon was one of them, taking Fresno a little lightly. I want to see Thibodeau be the leader of that defense.
Yeah, but he's hurt, Kenny. He got hurt.
He did get hurt, but I want to see. I want to see Oregon come out. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna make a bold statement. If Ohio State wins this game, they go undefeated until the Big Ten championship. Okay. I don't know I don't know yet. I'm not gonna make a prediction in the Big Ten championship. But if they get by Oregon, they're gonna go undefeated throughout the regular season. So I am gonna take Oregon here, hoping for that upset. But I think Oregon covers the spread.
By the way, guys, there's no spread on the Mercer Alabama game. So
that's no surprise at all.
So
their third string will be in by the third quarter. Seriously, let's be realistic.
All right, next game on the board. This is listen, we're gonna cover this team every week, not only for Coach Breslin, but it's Jersey. And Rutgers 1-0. Kenny was nailed. He nailed it. They're going to make a statement. But that was last week. Now they got to go into the Carrier Dome. Okay, Syracuse with a win last week. I forgot who they beat, but they beat somebody last week. They actually Ohio. So it is a road game. Rutgers is a 2.5 point favorite on the road. Kenny, where are you going to go?
My heart wants to go with Rutgers, but my gut is telling me Syracuse. I just think that's a tough place to win for Rutgers. In the Dome, it's going to be loud. I'm going to go Syracuse in a tight one. I'm going to take the underdog here, the home underdog, Syracuse.
Sis, what about you?
You know, I thought about this. I'm not going to go against Shiano. I'm going to take Rutgers on a money line.
Sis, you know what? I'm with you too. Again, I don't like doing the points, but again, for the show, sis, would you lay the 2.5 or give the 2.5? Give or take the 2.5.
No, I would lay the 2.5.
Okay. You know what? I'm exactly again with you. Good minds tonight, sis. I wouldn't bet the 2.5, but for the show, I'm gonna lay 2.5. But I think Rutgers is gonna get the win. Not easy. It's gonna be tough, but I'm gonna go with you, sis. Carson, you going with Kenny or going with me and sis?
It's a tough one, but I gotta roll with Coach Breslin's Rutgers. I mean, you saw what they did to Temple. I mean, 61 points that's a statement. I mean, they're coming to play. Rutgers isn't the Rutgers from a few years ago. They're up and coming in the Big Ten. I think they're going to get a win at Syracuse. If they do that, I think they're on their way. They're not like top 5 yet, but I think they could definitely. They have a bright future. So yeah, 2.5 points. It's a coin flip, but I would just go money line Rutgers here.
Okay,
Carson, what are you growing there? What are you growing? A little goatee?
Yeah, a little bit.
I like it. Looks good on you.
There you go. There you go,
Looks
Carson.
good on you. I like the look.
All right,
Thanks.
this next game is for one of our great followers, Mr. Henry Zimenoff, and I'm going to start this one, Kenny. It's Texas A&M laying 16.5 points to Colorado. I'll just say this. I am a big SEC guy. You know that, right, Kenny? I know you were all over me for the Georgia pick, and I'm going to say this right now. This team I do not believe in. I do not believe in Texas A&M. They're at Colorado. Colorado puts up points. I don't know if Colorado's going to win. I think they're going to have a chance to win, but absolutely I am jumping over 16.5 points. So I will take Colorado plus the points. Carson.
I This is a tough one. 16.5 points. Colorado's a good team in the Pac-12. They're at home. Texas A&M, I think they're on the rise. SEC, I mean, it's the best conference in college football. There's no question. I feel like I think Texas A&M is going to cover the spread. Sorry, Henry. Top 10 team. I mean, in the country, SEC. I mean, I'm just going with the Aggies in this one. I don't think Colorado can do much against them. I think it'll be a blowout, unfortunately.
Okay, Kenny, what about you?
I'm flipping the coin back and forth here. I think I'm gonna go with you again, Kurt. I think
A lot of points.
way too many points for a home team that plays in a home field advantage in that thin air in Colorado. So I am going to jump on Buffalo's here, and I think it's going to be a very close game.
And Sis, finish us off.
Texas A&M's loaded. Again, I would money line them, and I would lay the points.
Okay. Now we get to where our wager is of the week between me and Mr. Kirkpatrick. And I think this is the game of the week. A lot of people say Oregon, Ohio State. I think it's at 4:30. Iowa, who impressed everybody last week against one of my boys, the Iowa State Cyclones. This game is a 4.5-point favorite. Iowa State. Here's our wager. On Monday, the loser, I have Iowa State. No points. I have Iowa State. Kenny has Iowa. Whoever loses has to call up Colonial Bakery in Lavalette and ship a crumb cake to the winner so that we have it for the following weekend. Kenny, that's official, correct?
We got it.
All right, so you know what? You start us off. 4.5 points. What do you got?
Here's my take on the game. And I told Sis this earlier. We were talking. I'm going to take Iowa with the points, but I'm also going to take Iowa with the outright upset. I'm not, the game is no points, so obviously I got Iowa. But if we didn't have a bet, I would throw this on FanDuel. Everybody talks about Matt Campbell, the next big college coach, the next big NFL coach. Last year, shocker, Raging Cajuns took care of them in week 1.
Yep.
Last week, they squeaked by, and I mean squeaked by, Northern Iowa.
Mm-hmm.
Is he a little overrated and doesn't know how to get his teams ready for week 1? Is the question I have for him.
Well, you're not in week 1.
It's a big test for them. I'm going Iowa.
Okay, I'll go next. I'm gonna go totally opposite of you because you're right. It is Northern Iowa, and you know what? I think this is very hard, and Sis could. I hope Sis agrees with me on this, but a lot of times when you have that second big game, you try to be as vanilla as you can. You don't show a lot, and I know it. Listen, you're saying, it almost cost them versus Northern Iowa, but a lot of times you want to hold off. And you want to say, I want to do this next week. I'm gonna wait until next week. You're gonna see a totally different Iowa State team. Iowa at home is a different animal than Iowa on the road. Iowa State -4.5. They show that they are true playoff contenders on Saturday. Iowa State by at least 10 points. Sis.
Remember, it's in the same state, though, so it's really not that far of a road.
It's a home game. It's a home game. Sis.
I'm going to say this, my opinion. Iowa State wins. They don't cover the 4.5 spread.
Fair. So I get crumb cake out of the deal.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You're going to get crumb cake.
Okay, good. And
Yeah.
Carson.
I'm gonna go with the Hawkeyes here. I mean, you can't doubt what they did against Indiana. I mean, a top 20 team. I mean, I know they were home and they had that going for them, but they shut down Penix. They shut down that Indiana offense, and I mean, their defense looked really good. And like Kenny said, they barely got by Northern Iowa. And it's going to be a close game. I'm going to go with the Hawkeyes, though. I think they're one of the best teams in the Big Ten. I feel like they're gonna be in the Big Ten championship, and they're gonna make a statement against Iowa State. and crush the Cyclones' hopes and dreams of a potential playoff run.
Because this will do it.
The added bonus to the bet, Kurt, before we continue.
Okay.
This has Iowa State winning, but not covering. So he has Iowa State technically with you. Carson has Iowa.
No. I have Iowa State winning.
Winning, yeah. That's what I mean. Yeah, you have Iowa State. Like, this is for the bet that I'm the crumb cake bet.
Right. Okay.
If Iowa State wins, okay, if Iowa State wins, me and Kurt chip in for Sis's part of the crumb cake, and we ship one to Sis. Iowa wins, Kurt, you and I chip in, and we send Carson one.
Okay, fair.
Chip in. We don't have to pay for the whole
That's
thing.
fair. I'm down.
So you guys are getting whoever wins will get the crumb cake added to.
I'm down.
You ever have crumb cake, Carson? You have that?
No, I've never had it before. Sounds good though.
Oh.
You never had crumb cake?
No, it sounds good though.
Oh my god!
Wow, that's shocking. Even though you look like Matt
That's
Damon.
all they sell at this place. They sell plain crumb cake, a raspberry, and a blueberry.
Unbelievable.
Even
Iowa
though
wins.
Carson,
Just let me know
even
if
though
you
Carson
want,
looks
and we'll
like
get it
Matt
out to you.
Damon.
All right, here we go. I want to start this one because this one's dear to my. I'm gonna rip my insides off. Washington, the Washington Huskies. Okay, I know Amari is a real big Michigan fan, right?
Yep.
I will be as big as a fan as him on Saturday night. What Washington cost me because they couldn't beat Montana at home. No spread. Montana at home. And they're ranked number 20. I see people saying they're a potential playoff candidate. Playoff. They could win 12 games in a row. They shouldn't be allowed in the Rose Bowl. How do you lose to FCS? They're not even in the real group, the Division One. At home, you lose to Montana. I hope Michigan lays it on them. I'm taking Michigan. I hope they win by 30 for what Washington did last week. Kenny.
Going Washington here.
Wow.
Kind of your theory, like you said, with overlooking, like the same thing with Oregon State.
But
Fresno
you're playing.
State.
But you're playing not even a full group Division One school.
Right. Now we know that coach from Boise State, and he has not had the same luck, same success at Washington. But you know damn well that team had a very hard week of practice. And everybody in the world is going to lay the money on Michigan because they beat Western Michigan. Who? Michigan. They're an okay school in the MAC, but Western Michigan, everybody's on the Harbaugh bandwagon. Not this guy. I'm taking Washington in the outright upset, but I also obviously taking Washington with the points.
Carson.
I hate this game because I'm a Spartan and I hate Michigan, but at the same time, like Kurt said, I mean, how can you ignore that loss, right? I mean, it's like you got to do better than that. If you're Washington, you're ranked in the top 25, you're at home and you lose to Montana. On the other side, Michigan, they just lost their best player, Ronnie Bell, their top wide receiver. He's out for the year. And he's a huge piece of their offense. I hate saying this, but I think Michigan's going to beat Washington. I think their defense is top notch. Aiden Hutchinson, everything on that front line. Hate saying it, but I'm going to go Michigan. I think they spread 6.5. I don't think they cover the spread. I think it's a close game, but I'm going to go Michigan here.
Okay.
I hate saying it, but I'm going to go Michigan.
Sis, what about you?
Michigan, Ohio State this year. Michigan wins Saturday, and Michigan covers the spread.
Beautiful. Beautiful. I'll be
Jumping
cheering
on
for
that
Michigan.
Jim Harbaugh bandwagon early, huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All I'm going to say is they beat who? Western Michigan.
It's better than losing to Montana.
You know what the Giants in Michigan have in common?
What's that?
On Sunday, they're both going to have beaten Broncos.
Oh, very nice.
Yes, yeah.
Again, I told you
Henry's saying,
before.
I do wonder, what can Colorado do to outsmart the Aggies without too many penalties? Henry, I'm telling you, I love Colorado this week. They're going to have a chance in the fourth quarter to win this game on Saturday. I'm telling you now. I
hope so. That'd be great. Upset and top 10 team in the nation would be great to see for fans as well.
Couple more college. We got two more college. We got Utah at BYU, sis. Utah on the road is a 7.5-point favorite.
Woodshed.
Utah?
Woodshed. Yep.
Wow, I'm going against you, sis.
That's all right.
You know what?
You're entitled.
I just think
You're
these
entitled.
games are always close. I don't trust any of these teams on the road. None of them. Any of this conference or whatever, the Pac-12s. And so I think this could be an outright upset. I'm going to go BYU. Carson.
Yeah, I don't know too much about either of these teams, but I'm going to roll with the Aggies, BYU. Plus 235 money line. I'll throw $5 on BYU at home.
Kenny.
I'm always wrong with Utah when I start getting excited about them. But I'm not excited about Utah yet. So I'm going to lay the points with Utah like sis.
Wow. I'm stunned. Underdog Kenny, this would have one I would bid like Kenny's definitely taking this game. Wow.
Look, you got to replace Zach Wilson. So I want to see it against a big school before I start getting into BYU.
All right, now we got one more game. USC took care of business last week over.
They got Stanford this week.
They got Stanford. It's 17.5. Sis, start us off.
I like USC. It's a lot of points. That's really tough. I'm going to say USC wins, but they don't cover the 17.5.
Kenny.
With sis, I think that's way too many points. Rival game. The Stanford coach is going to have those kids ready to play. They may not pull off the upset, but I think that's way too many points. I think Stanford covers the spread.
Carson.
Yeah, so make it 3. I think, it's funny because we all were high on the San Jose Spartans last week, and they just got spanked by USC. And I think they're going to take it to them again. Like you guys said, rivalry game. I think Stanford covers the 17.5, but I'm going to go USC.
All right, I'm going to go opposite of you guys. I think USC at home. I just think the talent differential, the speed factor is, Stanford lost, I believe, K-State last week. They couldn't stop the little running back Vaughn. I think they're going to see a lot. Matt Staffiero saying USC wins by 9. I'm going to go a little different. I'm going to take them by at least 3 scores. I think USC set the tone with a win last week, and I think it will continue. By
the way, Marty's in our waiting room. Marty will be bringing you in about 2 minutes, so Marty will be on for NFL. It's great.
All right.
Kurt, you're laying 17.5?
Yeah, I mean, I would money line them, honestly, sis. Wow. But for the show, I'm gonna pick them.
That's a shot.
I'm gonna bring Marty in now because I'd like to know what his best bet is for college football this week because we're about to do our best bets.
Okay.
Marty should be joining us in a second.
Wait.
And there he is. What's up, Marty?
What's up, Marty?
Hey, how's it going, guys? You guys got me?
Thanks.
What's up, Marty? How are you?
We just finished our picks for college football, but we're about to do our special little wagers. Do you got a best bet or, some kind of best bet this week? It could be a parlay. It could be money line.
For college football?
Yeah.
Yeah, so college football, I like Friday night, Coastal Carolina hosting the Kansas City Jayhawks, laying 25.5 points. Take Coastal Carolina. Kansas won the first game in 2 years. They're rowdy. They're hype. But I think traveling to the East is going to have them a little flat, and I think Coastal Carolina is going to take care of them.
And by the way, before we start, Marty joins Intercept Your Lunch. Marty, please plug your show before we continue for those listeners.
Yeah, no, appreciate jumping on. Again, Marty joins here, Intercept Your Lunch. We've been covering all kinds of sports, but happy to get back into the football season, college football, NFL. That's the fun stuff to talk about, and we're glad to be here with you guys today and talk a little football.
Awesome.
And my last thing real quick, Marty, is Kurt won our contest with the football jersey. He chose a Patrick Surtain, so he
Very
will
nice.
be getting that soon. And we got the baseball one still live for everybody, obviously. I will
Good
be
deal.
going back and reading again to see how our updated picks on the baseball one, see who's going to get that baseball jersey. But here's our special bets. Carson, you hit your money line bet. We got little special wagers that we nicknamed. Carson does a money line bet each week. Last week he had Delaware, so he's 1-0. Who's your money line bet this week, Carson?
Yeah, I mean, I could go just like favored teams, but I'm going to go a little upset. We were talking about them earlier. Iowa plus 168. Yeah, I mean, a little mini underdog here, but I mean, you saw what they did against Indiana. Iowa State looked a little kind of choppy. I think that's probably my best money line bet of the week here, going to Iowa.
Okay, you were the only one who won on their special bets last week. I lost with my fraud. I thought Alabama was not going to cover the 19. My fraud in the top 10 this week is going to be, I have it written down, Georgia, I think, is going to be riding the high. UAB is a sleeper team. They're sneaky, and they're getting 24.5. I know that it seems like not much for Georgia, but UAB can score. I'm going to say Georgia wins that game by 21, and I'm going to take Georgia as the frauds this week. And Sis, you lost your lock of the week last week, which was Illinois. Who's your lock this week?
Iowa with 4.5 points.
Iowa 4.5, just like Carson. And Kurt, all you got to do is win one for the year. You lost your first one. Your crazy parlay of the week. You lost 3 out of 13 last week. So
What was I? I'm sorry. Can you say that? 3 out of.
you were 10 for 13 last week, so that's respectable. All I want you to do is win one of these crazy parlays a year, and you'll be up money. So you're okay. I wasn't expecting you to win the first week. So
Okay, I am gonna do. I got an 8-teamer this week. I toned it down to 8 teams. Is that okay with you?
yeah, it's fine. That's still hard to hit, obviously.
All right, so
8 teams. This guy's
I'm
insane.
gonna read this right
Well,
now.
it's called the crazy parlay.
It's my
Yeah,
crazy parlay.
whatever.
I'm gonna throw $20 on it, and $20 would win 1,180. Okay, I got Iowa State money line, the Washington football team to win, the Rams to win, Tampa Bay to win, Buffalo to win. Then I got Colorado plus the 17.5, BYU plus the 7.5. Sorry, Carson, but I'm taking San Fran minus the 7.5, and I'm taking New England money line. So
Throw that 20 right in the fireplace.
there you go.
All right, and real quick, does anybody have a 2-team parlay or an underdog they want to
Yep.
throw out there?
I do.
We'll go to
I have-
Sis first and then Marty.
I have Liberty money line, Missouri plus 5. That's my 2-teamer. Do you want my 3-teamer?
Yeah, go ahead.
Coastal Carolina money line, Illinois plus 10, Memphis money line.
Who you got an outright underdog was Liberty, right? No, Liberty's favored.
Yeah, Liberty's like 25 points. My outright underdog is Iowa plus the 4.5.
Right. And Marty had one too.
Right.
I've got our lunch bargain parlay special for this week. The Tennessee Titans to beat the Arizona Cardinals by 7 to 12 points. It has to fall within that realm. I think Mike Vrabel's going to have that defense prepared for Kyler Murray. They're going to beat him by a touchdown, maybe even 10. And then pair that with the New York Jets money line first half. I'm a big believer in Zach Wilson. I think they're going to have him firing against Carolina. I do believe Carolina will win that game, but the New York Jets will take the lead in the half. Pair them both up for a plus 14-12 odds, meaning if you put $2 on that, you would win $29.32.
Awesome. And hats off to you. You made our highlight comments and highlights of last week week 1 when you said Penn State, straight up money.
Yeah, he
called-
You know
Did
what?
well.
Wait a
Did
minute,
well.
guys. Wait a minute. me and Marty are going to have a little wager next Saturday night, because next Saturday night at 7:30 Eastern, my Auburn Tigers are going into Happy Valley,
sir.
baby. So let's go.
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
We'll get that rolling for sure.
Let's
That's the
go.
whiteout. That's the whiteout
Let's
game
bring
for
that
this
white
season.
out, baby.
So it's
Bo
going to
Nix,
be epic.
Tank Bigsby. Let's go. I'll be pumped for that one
I
next
got
Saturday.
a tiny underdog. It's not going to pay much, but it's better conference going against a fraud conference in my mind. And I'm taking the home underdog, Tennessee Volunteers, 3.5 on the money line over Pitt. You know,
That's a good bet.
Pitt saying
That's a
they're
good bet.
a little sleeper there, but what I saw in the ACC in week 1, I'll take SEC over them any day. Carson, you have anything before we get into NFL?
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good too.
All right. Kurt, let's roll into the NFL.
Let's roll into the NFL. We'll start right out of the gate tonight. Tampa Bay is a 9.5-point favorite. The banner's coming down. You'll see all the fans tonight in Tampa Bay be fired up. Brady will be yelling, "Let's go," out of the tunnel. I'm going to start this off. You know, I've talked Dak Prescott for years with you guys on the show. This is it tonight. I don't care if his defense gives up 800 total yards. I don't care. You're getting paid $40 million. What that means, pal, is, hey, sorry, we're paying you. We can't pay our defense. So put up 48. Do whatever you got to do. Tom Brady versus Dak Prescott is like that Bergen Catholic against, Weehawken. It's just going to be a disaster tonight. You're going to play, he's hurt. Zach Martin's not there. It's going to be, as Sis says, a woodshed, and it's going to be the number one thing where people are going to say, look at these dummies for paying Dak Prescott that money. Tampa Bay is going to destroy them tonight. Destroy them. Kenny.
I'm on board with you with the Buccaneers, but I'm going to add a bonus bet when this game's over. When we're done picking, I got a bonus bet for this for all 5 of us on this game. Buccaneers are going to win double digits, and Marty is in our division with us, Washington. Cowboys and Eagles are going to be fighting from the basement, and it's going to become between Washington and New York for the division.
Real quick, Joey
right.
Clams couldn't be with us tonight. One of his friends unfortunately passed away, so he's at the wake, but he did give me one
Sorry
bet.
for your loss, Joey. If you're listening, anybody out there later on, sorry for your loss, buddy.
Yeah, he did give me a couple of things, but for this game, he has Zeke Elliott
Zeke Elliott.
under 58.5 yards rushing. So he is all over that tonight. That is his big prop. Under 58.5 yards. Matt Staffiero, Bucks by Dak, 2 interceptions. Paul Rosen, Bucks all night. JPP and Dak streams. Carson.
You guys are going to kill me for this. Just to be different, just to be crazy, I'm going to go with the Cowboys. I know it's Tom Brady. I know it's the Bucks. But Dak Prescott, let me see what you can do, man. And you just said it. $40 million a year. They're America's team. It's Thursday Night Football. It's the first game of the season. Just to be different, just to throw $5 for an underdog pick. Cowboys, do I think they're going to win? Maybe. I'm thinking it's going to be the Bucks. But if I were to bet just for fun, Cowboys $5, why not? Plus 340. But yeah, I mean, it's everybody's going Bucks. Everybody's going Bucks, but Cowboys, they might pull off the upset. So I don't know. Defense is atrocious, but that offense is okay. CeeDee Lamb, Dak is back. Zeke might have a break season. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna go Cowboys just for the fun of it, just for the hell of it.
Marty insists. Do I mute Carson now or later?
Hey, kick him out of here.
Kenny, Paul Rosen saying no, Carson. Sis, where you going?
Don't even know why we're talking about it. Tampa Bay.
And Mr. Marty.
Yeah, that line creeping up to 9 points kind of scares me. I'm not sure about the cover, but I will take Tampa Bay regardless. I'm not a Dak believer like Kurt, and we'll see. We'll see, but I think Tom Brady gets him.
Okay.
All right, Kurt, my bonus bet for this game. How many times will we see the over-under's 5.5? How many times will we see Jerry Jones in the press box tonight?
Oh, over.
5.5.
Over.
At
Over or
least
under,
10.
Kurt? 5.5.
Over.
Over.
That's hysterical.
I'll
Anybody
go
going
10.
under? I'm going
Yeah.
over on that.
I'll go
Over for
10.
sure.
Yeah.
Over.
They love to
Big
show
time.
Jerry.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get into a little Sunday action. Got about 20 minutes left, so we'll get through these pretty quick. I'll start with Carson. Atlanta Falcons at home versus the Eagles, laying 3 points. Atlanta -3.
Jalen Hurts era is going to start in Philly, first game of the year. This is a coin flip. I mean, it can go either way with this one. I'm going to go Falcons just because they're home. I think Matt Ryan's going to have a good year this year. Big loss with Julio to the Titans, but I'm going to go Falcons. Just a little home field advantage over the Eagles, and I don't believe in the Eagles this year.
I'm with you, Carson. I'm going to go Atlanta -3. Kenny?
I'm on board with the Falcons. This is another double-digit win. Matt Ryan against Jalen Hurts. Hopefully our guy Devontae Smith can do something with the Eagles. Hopefully he shows up. But not a big fan of Jalen Hurts. Matt Ryan, home opener. Calvin Ridley. I think Kyle Pitts has an outside shot at Rookie of the Year. I think the kid's going to be a stud. Give me the Falcons all day.
And we got Marty too. So, Sis, real quick.
Totally agree with Kenny. Jalen Hurts is a player. Eagles will beat them outright, but I'll take the points.
Well, no, the Eagles. Oh, okay. So,
Taking the points with the
Yeah,
Eagles.
You're taking the
Eagles
points.
are getting points. Yeah.
Okay, so you're taking the points.
Yeah.
Okay, and
Atlanta
Marty.
has what does Atlanta have? I mean, really, think about it.
I
Who do they have?
I
They
know.
lost Julio Jones.
know.
You know.
I think Atlanta wins this game. And to answer your question, Sis, I've got Mike Davis, Calvin Ridley, and Kyle Pitts on that offensive side, a defense
All
that
right.
can be
That's fair.
improving. I had a huge Falcons guy on my show a few weeks ago, and he really got me hyped up for the Falcons. I think that they can win 10 games this year.
I think Devontae's going to have a breakout game this week. Yep.
Well, hopefully for him. Listen, for him, for Amari, for all our, all the fans, your Bama fans. I hope he does. I'm still gonna go Atlanta though. Marty, let's come right back to you. Let's go with a big showdown, AFC. Pittsburgh at Buffalo. Buffalo laying 6.5. Our boys at Viva Los Bills, which will be on the I-95 Sports Network in a half hour. 45 minutes. 6.5, Marty. Buffalo, or do you take the points with Pittsburgh?
Yeah, it's a tough one, but I'm still going to go with Buffalo. I'll lay the points at home. I think Josh Allen still has some to prove to many folks out there, and I think the Bills will beat an aging Roethlisberger.
Sis?
Marty's talking my game all the way with Marty.
You're big
Bills
on Buffalo,
win.
I know that.
Yeah, absolutely, and they cover.
Carson?
I love Josh Allen. Bills are home, but I'm going to go with the Steelers here. I think they're going to replicate what they did at the start of last season. I think Big Ben still got it. It's amazing that he's still in the league. He's got some good offensive weapons with Claypool and Juju. Defense, one of the top 5 defenses in the league. It's going to be a really good game, really close game. I'm going to say Steelers money line, close one.
Kenny?
Before we go off the air tonight, I would love to have Carson and Marty, because they weren't with us yesterday, their Super Bowl predictions.
Sure.
My Super Bowl AFC representative and a couple of us on the panel picked Buffalo. But I think Buffalo is going to get a wake-up call after this week. My other sleeper team in the AFC is the Steelers. Carson hit a button and add Najee Harris a better running game and a Chase Claypool, Deontay Johnson. Ben Roethlisberger, week 1, he's going to have it. Come to week 10, week 12, they may start faltering again, but give me them in a big upset. outright upset. So I'm taking them as my outright upset of the week here. Steelers over the Bills.
Coach Breslin checking in saying, let's go Skins. Matt Staffiero saying Bills by double digits. I'm going to disagree again. I think Buffalo wins, but I'm taking the way better defense. Again, it's all about defense and it's matchups. Buffalo has a little trouble stopping the run. You know, Pittsburgh with Sis's boy Najee is going to try to run down their throat, and they're going to play defense. You know, they'll take it away, take Allen away as much as they can. I think they win, but I'm going to take 6.5 with Pittsburgh. Return the belt is saying Bills. So, you know, it's a lot of points. It's a lot of points to give Pittsburgh. Like Carson said, I mean, the team started, 11-0 last year, you know, Big Ben.
Yeah.
It's still a lot of points, and I'll take the points.
Well, Kenny was on Buffalo last night. He jumped off that bandwagon.
He did.
No, Buffalo stole my super. Buffalo's going to get the
No. Don't try to backpedal.
I ain't
You were on
backpedaling.
Buffalo
Go
last
back,
night.
go back 5 minutes, and you'll hear what I said. I said
You were on Buffalo last night.
Buffalo's still my Super Bowl
Enough
representative. Can't go 17-0. They're going to get a
Enough
wake
said.
up call in week 1, sis.
Kenny,
Enough
here we
said.
go.
You-
Kenny, let's start this one. Minnesota at Cincinnati. Minnesota -3.
Another upset here. Bengals. Joe Burrow back.
my
I'm going
God.
Bengals.
Woo!
I'm going Bengals.
Woo!
Who's stopping? What secondary? Minnesota's got no secondary, sis. Give me Cincinnati at home.
Yeah,
Outright
and,
upset.
and how are they going to stop? How the Bengals going to stop their offense, Kenny? Tell me that.
Sis, where you going,
Yeah,
sis? You
okay.
going Minnesota?
What happened?
You going Minnesota?
I would go Minnesota laying 17 against the Bengals.
You know what, sis? I'm with you.
There's a highlight for next week when Cincinnati
Actually,
wins.
yeah, I know.
Sis.
You said the same thing about Miami, but go ahead, Kurt.
Sis, I'm with you. Not because I
Thank
got
you.
Dalvin Cook on my fantasy team. Dalvin Cook's going to
Okay.
probably run for 170. The Bengals
Absolutely.
have zero defense.
That's a
Jefferson,
woodshed.
Thielen.
Yeah, that's a woodshed.
I think at least by 10.
Yep.
I'm going Minnesota.
Yep.
Carson.
Yep.
Look, there's a reason why Joe Burrow was out for most of the season last year, and I'm lucky enough the Lions got Penei Sewell. I was surprised they passed on him to get protection for Burrow. Feel sorry for Burrow. Vikings defense is going to roll over him. I love Burrow, but Vikings, I think they're gonna roll over him.
And Marty.
Yeah, agreed. I think the Bengals will be one of the worst teams in this league coming up
Atta
this
boy,
season.
Marty.
Just because of the protection of Joe Burrow, he still has to get healthy. I think the Vikings. I'll lay the points, and they'll get the win.
Okay, we're going to go to Carson's boys. He'll go last on this one. We'll start with our special guest, Marty. San Fran giving 7.5 to the now led Jared Goff led Detroit Lions.
I'll start off by saying I don't think Jared Goff and the Lions will have as bad as years predicted by some, but I don't think it's going to start off well for them week 1. I think the Niners are going to roll them at home, and I'll take the Niners and lay the points.
Return the belt, picked the Vikings along with us last time. Amari's picking the Niners. I'm going to go next. I agree with you. I think the Lions will win more games than people are saying, but that defense, that Niner defense against Jared Goff, you better hand off to Swift. You better hand off to Williams. You better hand it off to Barry Sanders, because don't let Jared Goff throw against this defense. I'm going Detroit. Kenny.
You're going Detroit?
Oh, no, sorry.
bandwagon
I'm going
San
San Fran.
Francisco?
San
I
Fran.
got excited for a
I
second.
thought
Kurt.
that was a
San
mistake.
Fran.
Okay.
Where's
Sorry.
this? What's all this hype about San Fran all of a sudden on the defensive side? You talk about Jared Goff. Who does San Fran got throwing the ball? So if you don't like Jimmy Garoppolo over there,
No,
I don't
but
care how bad his
Kenny.
defense is. I'm gonna take the hook, and the Niners win by 7.
Kenny.
So I'm taking Detroit with the points.
Well, Kenny,
Okay.
here's what I would tell you. You could, in a Kyle Shanahan system, you could hand the ball to me, and we'll get 150 yards for his system. So
I'm gonna go to
it
the
doesn't
bait
matter
store
who's
down the road
quarterback.
and buy some hooks. And I'm gonna hang the hooks up because this is a game where everybody gets buried by the hook.
Carson, he's kissing up to you,
Yeah.
Carson.
Sis, where you going, sis?
I love Carson to death. This ain't even going to be close.
Mr. You know what? Let's go to Marty.
Yep.
You did go to Marty on the Niners already. You forgot, didn't
Oh,
you?
did I? Oh yeah,
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 I took
I did,
Niners
I did.
big time.
Sorry, my fault. Okay, Carson, because I did Carson. Okay, Carson,
Yeah, yep.
you're the last one. Sorry.
Lost our quarterback Stafford, lost Galladay, lost a bunch of pieces on defense. Defense is atrocious. I will say though, Ford Field, Detroit, opening season, first game with fans, going to be sold out, and they're going to be roaring, man. Of course, I have to go with my Lions. It's going to be a scrappy one. It's going to be a close one, but I don't know, man. A lot of people are counting out Jared Goff, but I think he's going to do okay this year for us. We lost a lot of talent, but Dan Campbell, his mentality, I'm going to go with my Lions, obviously, and it should be fun.
Okay. Nice little interconference
Wait, real
matchup.
quick. Listen to the other coaches on this staff. Anthony Lynn is over there too.
Yep. Yeah, he's our offensive coordinator. Just came from the Chargers. He Brad Holmes, new GM. They're clearing house, and I'm just happy we don't have Matt Patricia. That's a win in my book. So it's already a win. So
There you go.
A nice early 1:00 game. Kenny, I'm going to start with you. Amari's Tennessee Titans laying 3 at home against the Cardinals.
Well, how can you go against Marty? I agree with him there with his best bet. I think this is. I'm going to do Marty's bet there because I think this is a double-digit win by the Titans, and they come out with a big statement game week 1.
Kenny, I'm going to agree with you.
Kingsbury and the Cardinals sleeping.
I'm going to agree with you. I think at least a 10-point win. Amari saying #tighten up. I agree with you. Carson, where are you going to go?
yeah, I'm with you guys. I love the Titans in this one. Let's hope Julio can get back healthy. He's supposed to play Sunday, but they're going to go A.J. Brown first and try to get Julio some targets. And, of course, you got one of the best running backs in the NFL in Derrick Henry. And Ryan Tannehill, he did well last season. I just feel like they're gonna beat the Cardinals. Cardinals are a good football team. They upgraded with J.J. Watt in the defense this year. I think they're going to be good, but I think it's going to be Titans this one. I think money line and they cover the spread easily.
Sis?
No contest. Cardinals are good. They're not going to beat the Titans. Lay the points. Take the Titans.
And Marty?
Yeah, I'm on board that the Cardinals are not going to have a good season this year. I think 5 wins would be somewhere where they're going to land. They just have a tough schedule, starting with the Titans. Then they got the Vikings, Rams, and 49ers, 4 out of the first 5 games. So I see that being 1-5. And this isn't going to be a good start traveling to Tennessee. So give me Tennessee and tighten up, I guess.
Okay, I'll return the
Schedule
belt
was
saying
schedule
Titans.
was not kind to them, man. I'm looking after San Fran. They play in Cleveland. Whew.
Yeah, they have got a lot of tough ones in Cleveland. Then they host the Packers, get the Niners again, Seahawks. I mean, that division's already stacked, and then they're out of division games. It's just a really tough schedule. And I think the Cliff Kingsbury era is definitely going to be tested.
Okay.
Agreed.
Paul Rosen saying Titans, but close. Another good one. Seattle at Indianapolis. Seattle -3, sis.
Again, Seattle they're not the same team. That's just my opinion. I like the Colts at home with the points. To be
Okay.
honest with you.
I'm a home team person. You know what? I'm gonna go with you,
Yep.
sis. I like Russell
Okay.
Wilson, but I'm gonna go with the home team. You know me and the home
Yep.
teams.
Yep.
Carson.
Yeah, this is a tough one. I love the Colts, but I don't like Carson Wentz. That's the problem. He didn't really get it done with Eagles. You saw Nick Foles kind of carry the team to their Super Bowl, and he's got to stay healthy. He just has not been healthy when he's been in the league. So I'm gonna go with the Colts. I think they have a better, well-rounded team with like Jonathan Taylor. You got some studs as well on the offensive side of the ball. I'm going to go Colts, but it's a coin flip. Close game, Colts though.
Kenny.
I'm gonna agree with all you guys, and I'm going to think this is going to be a low-scoring game because of the Colts quarterback situation. But Colts defense is better than Seattle's defense. I think they find a way to stop DK Metcalf, and lock it. I don't think Seattle's going to score more than 20, and just got to have Colts score 21. So I'll take the Colts.
Amari's taking Seattle. And Marty, what about you?
Yeah, I'm going to take the Colts here. I agree big time with Sis. This isn't the same Seattle teams we've seen over the last few years. I think they take a step back. I actually like Carson Wentz in that offense, and give me the Colts.
All right.
Yep.
Next game is the Washington football team giving 1.5 at home to the Chargers. I don't understand this line. I really don't. I know people are fascinated with Herbert and stuff like that, but a rookie head coach on the road against Washington, that Chase Young defense, and now you got Fitzpatrick with Gibson and McLaurin. Honestly, I think this is a 2-touchdown. I'm sorry. This is my second favorite bet of the week. I cannot see the Chargers winning on the road. I'm a big fan of Washington and that defense. I'm taking Washington. Marty.
Yeah, I will be in present at FedEx Field this Sunday. I can't wait to go, and I think we're going to win. Like you said, rookie head coach Justin Herbert in his second year. I think they do have a lot of talent, and they do have a lot of upside for this year. But the continuity Ron Rivera has with this team, especially on the defensive side, I think is going to stand out. Give me the Washington football team.
Amari's with us. Paul Rosen's with us. Kenny, are you with us?
I'm going to go with Washington as well. And this Charger team's got a tough first half schedule here. Washington, Dallas, Kansas City, Vegas, Cleveland, Baltimore before their bye. You could be looking at a 2-4 start for the Chargers. I think this could be a down. They may take a step backwards than last year. First year head coach Brandon Staley. I'm going Washington by lead touchdown.
Carson?
Yeah, I'm with you guys. I think Washington has definitely taken a step up the last couple seasons. You saw what they did last year. Huge fan of Antonio Gibson. I think he's going to be a stud. And Chase Young, and he's getting his defense riled up. And I love what Ron Rivera's done with the football team last year. So give me the football team.
And
I'm going to go out bold. I'm going to go bold and say a breakout season for the other guy, because Chase Young's going to get a lot of double teams this year. Montez Sweat is going to be a stud on that defense that I would be scared of as a Giant lineman.
Sis.
And a Giant fan, I should say.
I'll give this one to Coach Breslin. Then they get beat on Thursday night by the Giants.
Okay, so the Redskins.
You got to give it to Marty, too. He's a Washington fan.
Yeah, I don't see that happening, Sis. I just agreed with you. Now I disagree with you,
It's all good. It's all in fun.
Talking about a little New York football, let's get to the Jets. They are a 4.5-point underdog at Carolina against former quarterback Sam Darnold. Carson.
Give me the Panthers. I think Sam Darnold is pissed. He kind of overlooked. He had a okay season with the Jets, but then again, it's the Jets. And I think the Panthers, they're gonna surprise people this year. I think Sam Darnold could have a breakout season, similar to Goff. I'm gonna go Panthers.
Amari's going Panthers. Carson, I'm going Panthers, and they're one of my NFC sleeper teams. Sis.
Yeah.
No question about it. Jets will play with them for a little while. When you get into the third and fourth quarters, that game is over. Did we do our NFL picks for the week or no?
What do you mean?
Don't we pick a parlay for the NFL and the NCAA?
You could have done it. You could have did NFL if you wanted.
Okay, well here's everybody's going to make money on these two games.
Go ahead, I'm writing it down.
Okay, and if you lose, this is how short. This is a lock. I'll pay you back whatever you bet. The Panthers on a money line.
Bet 10,000, guys. Bet 10,000.
Listen to me. Two teams.
Yeah.
Panther money line, Rams money line. That's it. And my underdog with 6.5 the Cleveland Browns.
Woo-hoo-hoo!
Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
So if you want to bet the parlay and you lose, I'll pay you. If I win, you pay me double.
there you go.
Lynn Marie is saying, I'm having connections. Probably not sure if it's my internet, but I must say I feel good about this Sunday bleeding green. We got this.
My girl. Yep. So
Marty.
you play the Giants.
Who's up?
Yeah,
Marty.
I'm a big Zach Wilson guy. I think the Jets are going to be a little bit better too. I think they improved the offensive line. They do have some weapons out there for them. Although I think Carolina will end up winning this game, I don't think they'll cover. Give me the Jets with the points.
And Kenny, take us away.
Surprisingly, Kurt and I shared the same brain. The Panthers are my sleeper team as well this year. The Panthers passed up on Justin Fields and Mac Jones, so they believe in Sam Darnold, in my opinion. And then a guy that I think Darnold's going to love, he had over 1,000 yards with Kurt's quarterback, Teddy Bridgewater, throwing him the ball, was Robbie Anderson, a deep threat. Now he gets Sam Darnold throwing him the ball, along with DJ Moore and McCaffrey. Watch out for this Panther team, and Darnold and Robbie Anderson get their revenge 7-point victory by the Panthers.
Okay. That's that one. That'd be an interesting game, though. Darnold must be like licking his chops to get a shot at the Jets, like right out of the gate. All right,
No doubt.
the Trevor Lawrence era. We got to pick this up because we're like a couple minutes. We got like 7 minutes to get like 6 games done. So let's try to get this done. Jacksonville, a 3-point favorite at Houston. Kenny.
Texans are going to win 2 games this year, and this is going to be one of them. So I'm taking the home underdog Texans and start off 1-0 in first place.
Marty.
Yep, Texans all the way. They're the oldest team in the NFL versus the youngest. I think some of that veteran leadership will get them past Trevor Lawrence there. Give me the Texans with the points and even straight up.
Amari saying Jags. I'm going with Amari. Trevor Lawrence shows right now, I'm not playing around. You don't have to wait for year 3 for me. The NFL, here I am. I'm going Trevor Lawrence and Jacksonville. Carson.
2 worst teams in the NFL a year ago. Now they're dogfighting it out. Give me the Jags. James Robinson, DJ Chark. You guys stole Marvin Jones. By the way, I think he's one of the most underrated receivers in the NFL. Jags, they got to steal Marvin. And we're going to see what Trevor Lawrence can do. He struggled in the preseason, but this is his time to shine Sunday. It's go time. I'm going to go Jags here.
And Sis.
I'm going to go, excuse me, my boy Carson, Jags.
Nice.
Yep.
The Trevor Lawrence Express 1-0 starting out of the gate.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Right.
They'll be 1-1 after they beat the Broncos in week 2.
They're not beating
There you
any
go.
Broncos. Let's get out of here. All right, 425. Here's a big one. Marty nailed it. Oh, I'm sorry. Sis nailed it before. Let's start with Sis. Kansas City at home, playoff rematch, 5.5-point favorites. Where you going, Sis?
Again, tough game. I got to go with Kansas City. No,
You just went with the Browns and your best bet.
but that's okay. But I'm not going to go against Mahomes. We're talking about money now. I'm not talking about best bets.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, get that straight.
I'm still confused, but okay.
But wait. So,
yeah, you are.
but you're taking the points with Cleveland?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Sis, I'm with
but-
you.
But Kansas City will beat them.
Right, I'm with you. Kansas City this is a must-win for Kansas City. Kansas City's at home. They embarrassed themselves in the Super Bowl in front of their fans, and you're going to get a team, Cleveland, that's going to punch them right in the mouth. We're not going to have, you're going to know Tyreek Hill for 620 yards. That's not going to happen this week. Kansas City's going to run Chubb right down their throat. Mahomes may pull it out, but I'm with Sis. Take this 5.5, 6.5, whatever you can get. Carson.
Chad Henne is the reason why the Chiefs even made the Super Bowl in the first place. You saw, Patrick Mahomes was out. That's the only reason why the Browns had a shot against him, why that game was close last year. Mahomes is healthy. Chiefs, easy. I don't see how Browns are good, but in Kansas City, first game of the year. I mean, I just don't even see how the Browns even keep it close.
Kenny.
Browns outright upset. Chiefs hangover still lasts from their Super Bowl loss. Shame on you, Kurt, for not calling that upset because the Browns are your Super Bowl.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Marty.
Yeah, Browns. Give me the points. Not sure if they'll win, but ball control and keeping Mahomes off the field will keep this game close.
Okay, another AFC East showdown. New England at home. The Mac Jones era begins at home against Miami. Marty, 3 points. New England favorite.
Yeah, give me New England. Miami, I think they're going to be down in the basement of the NFL. I think Tua's going to struggle. I'm not a big Tua guy. Sorry, sis. But I think Miami wins 2 to 3 games this year. And Mac Jones era gets started off right.
I couldn't agree with you more, Marty. That's why there's all the talk about Deshaun Watson, and I think he's going there because they don't believe just like you don't. I don't. I don't think Miami believes in him. I'm taking New England big in this game. Sis.
2 Alabama boys. I still think you gotta give Tua another year. Then I'll make my decision on him. But Mac Jones at home, yeah, I'll go with New England.
Carson.
Give me my bold statement for this year. Mac Jones is going to win Rookie of the Year. You saw what they did with Bill Belichick, cutting a former MVP in Cam Newton. If that doesn't tell you that he doesn't believe in this kid, Mac Jones, I don't know what does. I think he's going to have a phenomenal year. Give me Patriots all day long.
And Kenny.
Yeah, lock it up with the Patriots. This one's my lock of the week. Belichick's going to have that team. He had how many months to prepare for the Dolphins? This ain't the Brady-led Patriots that struggle against the Dolphins. This is going to be the Mac Jones-led Patriots that crushed the Dolphins.
Amari's going New England Patriots. 425. My quarterback next year, who will be in Denver, Aaron Rodgers, has one more run with Green Bay. They are a 3.5-point favorite at New Orleans. I'm going to start this off and say...
Where is it being played, Kurt? Did they announce yet?
They have not.
Jacksonville.
Oh, it is in Jacksonville.
Correct. Yep.
Okay, I did not know that. Okay. You know what? I got to go with Aaron Rodgers. I just think he's going to give like a big FU to everybody who was on his chops, who's on his case this year. I'm going to say Green Bay by the 3.5. I'll say Paul's going go Pack go. I'll say 7 to 10 point victory. Carson.
Yeah, I love the Packers. Might be one of the best bets of this entire slate that we got Sunday. Cover the 3.5. Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams. You heard it before. It's the last dance of the Bulls, but it's with the Packers. They're my pick to go to the NFC Championship this game. Maybe give the Rams a run for their money to go to the Super Bowl for the NFC. But I'm going to go Packers. They're the team, and no Drew Brees. I think it's going to hurt the Saints. Packers all way.
Marty.
Yeah, I'm going with the Packers too. Aaron Rodgers. I think Jameis Winston's going to struggle. I love Sean Payton. I still think he's one of the brightest minds in the league. But Kurt, I have to burst your bubble. Don't be too upset next year when the Broncos trot out Mitch Trubisky as their starter.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Please, I just ate dinner. Sis.
There you go.
New Orleans maybe win 6 or 7 games. This game's a woodshed.
Green Bay.
All the way.
And Mr. Kirkpatrick.
Sis hit. I agree with Sis. Capital W on the woodshed here. Marty said they're playing in Jacksonville. Green Bay on grass, and New Orleans not in the dome, obviously, with the hurricane. Unfortunate.
Even worse.
Fortunate with the people in Louisiana. I hope they're all doing well, but that team on grass is not the same as they are in the dome, and you're giving Aaron Rodgers, in my opinion, an equal playing field. Woodshed.
They can be playing in Garfield High School's parking lot, and Green Bay will tune them up.
Paul saying New Orleans home game, but Packer fans travel. And if it's in Jacksonville, it's almost like a neutral site. All right, 425, boys. Here we go. My Broncos, Sis's and Kenny's Giants. Denver on the road as a 3-point favorite. We're gonna go with the two neutral people first. Carson, you go first.
Oh, I hate this game because I can't go against either of you guys. Giants, you stole Kenny Galladay from us. Saquon Barkley's back and healthy. Daniel Jones is showing signs of improvement. McCurt's Broncos defense is really good as well. Man, this is a tough one. I'm going to echo Kurt's words here, and I'm going to go with Kurt's Broncos. Defense wins championships. I'm going to go Broncos here. I think they're gonna stick it to the Giants on the road. I'm going to go Broncos.
Marty, thank you for that, Carson.
Yeah, Broncos too. I think that defensive secondary that the Broncos have is going to be really good. And Von Miller coming back, I think Daniel Jones is going to see ghost out there come Sunday.
I'll go next. Listen, the spread's 3 on the road. You know what? This is Fangio's baby. He didn't want to play Drew Lock. He wanted Bridgewater. It's all about his defense. That's what it is. Don't turn the ball over. Let my defense win. You know what? Hey, you're 0 for 7. You better not be 0 for. You better not be 0-8 in September. You better get it done. It's almost like a must-win for us. And I think Denver does get it done. I think it'll be pretty close. I will go Denver in a 7-point victory. Kenny.
2 questions. Vic Fangio's record, what is his record in September?
0-7.
0-7.
He's going to be 0-8.
Okay.
I'll answer that question. And the second question I have is, who are you going to be seeing in your sleep, former Bronco? This is my bold prediction. Who are you going to see in your sleep, in your dreams, nightmares?
You told me Devontae Booker.
Devontae Booker is going to be in your nightmares on Sunday. His revenge game. Broncos are all going to be worried about Saquon Barkley, but we're saving Saquon for you, Marty.
I hope not.
I'm going Broncos. Broncos losing 17-14. And Kurt and all those Bronco fans are going to be calling for Teddy Bridgewater, for Drew Lock to come in after one game.
Oh, hell yeah, I would. Hell yes. Sis, take us away, sis.
Defensive battle to the end. Giants win on a field goal.
Boy, sis.
Okay. 2 more games to go. We go to Sunday night, and I want to start with this one because as much as I want to go tonight and go Dak Prescott in Tampa Bay, this is the Rams at home. Carson's boys, Matthew Stafford's first game. The crowd will be fired up. And on the other side, the Rams defense faces Andy Dalton. You got to, if anybody takes 7.5 points and then they're like, but it's 7.5 points, I got him. And now all of a sudden it gets to 14-0 Rams and you got to look and say, my money's on Andy Dalton. Good luck. I am taking the Rams big. You might see Justin. You know what? They're not going to see. They can't put Justin Fields in this game because they don't want to send him to the Wolves. Andy Dalton's going to probably give up 14 points himself to the Rams defense. I'm going big. I love this game. I'm going Rams. Marty.
Yeah, I'm going to have to echo you there. Stafford leading the charge there in L.A. I think they get a nice tune-up game to start the season against the Bears, who are in this weird phase at quarterback. And like you said, Andy Dalton.
Carson, real quick, your boy Matthew Stafford, Kurt Valenti's Super Bowl pick this year to win the Super Bowl, the Rams.
Let's go, Kurt. All the way home. Rams are going to blow out the Bears. It's not going to be even close. SoFi Stadium. I mean, first game, brand new stadium with fans. Stafford's going to love it. And he even asked for it in his interviews. He doesn't want to play on 1 o'clock games anymore on Sundays. He wants the prime time lights, NBC, primetime show, give him the ball, and you're going to see what he does. And, I mean, I've said it before, Rams are going to win the Super Bowl this year, plus 1,400, and M's all day, man. You're going to see what Stafford's going to do, man, when he's on a legit team, number 1 defense in the NFL. Yeah, they lost Cam Akers, but I don't think it's going to affect him too much.
Kenny.
Rams big. Shame on the NFL for putting this game on prime time. They could have had the Browns, Chiefs,
yeah,
Steelers, Bills. I would have even rather seen Packers, Saints over this game. So shame on them. Got a great few games on Sunday during the day, and then you don't have any of these guys in fantasy football who wants to watch that game on Sunday night after a day football. So I'm going to go Rams big though here, double digits, and
Sorry, Kenny.
hoping for that number 1 pick from the Bears.
Sis, you sweeping the board?
Again, I couldn't agree more with Carson. Stafford will light the Bears up. The Bears will not score 10 points. That's the best bet of the entire weekend.
Love it.
Hands down. Hands down.
Monday night, I don't know if you guys have heard breaking news today out of Baltimore. Gus Edwards potentially gone for the year. Marcus Peters, defensive back, gone for the year. Both possible torn ACLs. The hits keep coming to Baltimore.
That's terrible.
Baltimore is a 4.5-point favorite. Marty, you are our special guest. I want you to start us off on this.
Yeah, before the injuries were even announced, I'm taking the Raiders. I think the Ravens are going to take a step back this year. I think they already had injuries leading up to this, and John Gruden's desperate for wins. You'll see that two-headed monster of Jacobs and Drake become really good this year.
Marty, you know what? I totally agree with you. I'm going to be honest. We did playoff picks last night. I did not have Baltimore in my playoffs in the AFC. I think they stepped. I think again, the Lamar Jackson that they're catching on. Now, lose Dobbins, lose Edwards, Peters. I don't know. I don't like it. I think outright upset too. I'm going to go Raiders. Sis.
Yeah, I think you already nailed it. Ravens are taking a step back. There's too much commotion over there. Gruden's a good coach, and I'll take the Raiders beating them.
Kenny.
Keeping the board here with the upset. The only thing I disagree with, Marty, before Gus Edwards got hurt, I was going to go Ravens. But, I mean, Le'Veon Bell is their feature back now. I mean, we'll see. Probably I wouldn't be surprised if Adrian Peterson or Todd Gurley or Devontae Freeman, one of those 3 veterans, get a call. Somebody, that's a playoff contender. Anybody on our fantasy league wants Lamar Jackson, I might be offering him up. So I'm a little worried over there. So I'm going to go Raiders outright upset.
Okay.
Until they figure out their running game, which could be by next week. We'll see. But
Carson.
Yeah, again, same here. I'm loving what's going to happen to see with what Vegas does. You saw what they did when they got announced their hockey team. One of the most loyal fan bases in all of the NHL. The Raiders moved to Vegas. I know Oakland's not too happy about that, but it's a new era. John Gruden, struggled last year. Derek Carr, I think he still got a lot to prove. Marty said Jacobs is a great running back. That 1-2 punch. I'm going to go Raiders here for sure.
All right.
Ravens are too banged up.
Boys, that's our pick
real
segment.
quick before in our closing thoughts, when we do closing thoughts, which we're doing in a minute, Carson and Marty, please give us your Super Bowl picks and then where our audience can follow you and your shows.
Okay, so let's start with Carson.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, if you guys like casino content, roulette, blackjack, craps, the whole 9 yards, you can find me over on YouTube, Ticket Time. We post casino highlights over there of my streams. If you guys want to catch me live on Twitch, Ticket Time YT, Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, 8:30 Eastern Time. And yeah, man, Rams all day. 14-1, man.
Super Bowl prediction.
What's that?
Who's your Super Bowl prediction and winner? Your Super Bowl.
I'm going to go, you know what? I'm going to go with a different team in the AFC. I'm going to go the Titans. I'm going to go Titans and Rams. Different Super Bowl teams. Not really expecting it. I would love to see that matchup. And, of course.
That's a rematch. From the Miracle days.
Yeah.
And who's going to win?
Rams.
Rams over Titans. And Marty, your show and who's your Super Bowl prediction?
Got it. Again, guys, thanks for having me on. Intercept your lunch. Come check us out. We're doing all kinds of sports talk, really focusing on the NFL. We give bets, we give predictions, and it's always a good time. My Super Bowl prediction here. I'm going Super Bowl rematch, but not last year, the year prior, Super Bowl 50. Give me the 49ers coming out of the NFC. Give me Kansas City coming out of the AFC. And I got to give it to Patrick Mahomes and the AFC Chiefs winning the Super Bowl this year.
Nice. And then just for the record, Kurt and I had the same exact Super Bowl matchup, Bills and Rams.
No, I don't have the Bills.
You got Cleveland in the Rams.
I got Cleveland
Buffalo
in the Rams.
And I'm going to be making a little wager to our friends over at Viva Los Bills that if the Bills do win the Super Bowl, I want to see both of those guys go through a table when they win the Super
There
Bowl.
we go.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah.
And Sis, who was your Sis and I had the Bills and Rams. I'm
Yes.
sorry. Sis and I had the same exact. And then Sis and Kurt, your final thoughts.
And you went against Buffalo. It's amazing.
What's your final thoughts, sis?
Kenny's a fraud.
Came out of nowhere.
My final thoughts, Kenny will have the last show. Kenny will have the last words. My final thoughts are I'm just going to be fired up on the couch, surround sound up, 425. And I'm just going to, you know what? It's been like 2 years of injuries and this and that. And they're just going to unleash that defense on Mr. Daniel Jones and Barkley.
You'll be
and
kicking
Galladay.
all over the place.
I mean, I don't know. I'm going to be honest. If they score more than 13 points, it's going to be shameful. That this defense, like Marty's saying, people are talking best secondary in the NFL. You know what? It's time to shut up and put it up. Listen, if you're the best defense in football, top 3 defense, best secondary, go like this to Daniel Jones, go like this to Trevor Lawrence, and go like this to Zach Wilson. Start off 3-0, and then we get the one-trick pony Lamar in our house and make it 4-0.
I feel bad for Bella. She'll be getting.
I could go 3
by
more
the fourth
hours on
quarter.
this topic because 5 minutes ago he was raving about Trevor Lawrence. Now it's this when they play the Broncos. Trevor Lawrence, you're a homer, but I love you. That's great being a homer, and I love that. You know, we're all passionate about our teams, and I love that.
That's it.
We'll be on Sunday. Myself, I got invited to go on our good friend Rocky Mountain Sports Report Fantasy Blitz. I'm going on right after we go off for a few minutes.
Sounds
and then
good.
Sunday, Kurt, we're teaming up with them, doing a little pregame show, Broncos Giants on their network.
Yes, sir.
And we'll be sharing on our network as well.
I will be ready for that.
And then if you guys want to check out
Kenny's on 37
following
Sports.
us in about 5 minutes, I'll try and comment on there to get them to go to the table when they win the Super Bowl.
All right,
Kenny's on
boys.
37
Joining us
Sports.
tonight, always a pleasure.
Yes,
Good
thank
seeing
you.
again.
Thank you,
And
guys.
Carson, as always, every Thursday, great seeing you. And Sis, even though you called me a fraud, still love you. And Kurt, always.
You are a fraud. That's for sure.
See you guys later, boys. 425.